Hey there folks, it's Eric and Tal from Support Adventure, and we are sitting here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, which is one of our favorite destinations in Asia.
In the world.
So I first came here because I started Support Adventure as a business, and I heard that this would be a great place for digital nomads and lifestyle. So after I got the business up and running, of course I came here to check it out and see what it had to offer for a remote working lifestyle. And I found that this place is one of the easiest places to just come and have a plug-and-play life as a remote working expat, where you can just work remotely with ease, come and find accommodation with ease, eat really well with ease, and very easily become a part of a vibrant expat community with lots of people who you can just easily find and connect with through lots of events that you can find on Facebook and couch surfing and apps like that we use. So what's your experience with Chiang Mai? I mean, how did you fall in love with the place?
Yeah, well, when I first arrived here, I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was that it was a big digital nomad and expat community, and that's what brought me here in the first place. I was pleasantly surprised to learn that there's incredible northern and all over Thai cuisine all around that's delicious. There's a bunch of really friendly...
Khao soy.
Oh, so nice, so good. There's so much friendly people here. There's beautiful Buddhist cultures, and the way that the Buddhism plays a role in the way that the people interact here is something really interesting to see. At the same time, I really love all the nature nearby and the mountains and the waterfalls and this expat culture that you were talking about as well. Whether it's the conscious community with the yoga and meditation, or it's the digital nomad community with the marketing and strategy presentations that are free or by donation. It's just such an easy and perfect place to have this kind of lifestyle where you can eat well, you can live well, and you can have anything you ever want for cheap at your fingertips.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the prices here. So an apartment you can easily find for about 200 to 250, 300 US dollars a month. That would be like a one-room studio apartment with maybe a fridge with no kitchen.
Yeah, and that often includes cleaning as well, weekly cleaning.
And that we would recommend the Niman neighborhood as the top choice for expats, especially young ones who want to have a nice sort of urban lifestyle in a walkable area with everything within 5 minutes walking distance. Stuff here runs 24 hours. The stores are open. And yeah, street food costs about like $2 US for a good street food. Upmarket and Western food might set you back $5 to $7 US, and it all just sort of, you can live a good life here for definitely under 1,000. Definitely,
for sure. Under 600, easy. You can live comfortably as well.
Everything's easy here. Everything is sort of. They've had lots of foreigners here. They know how to serve foreigners what we need. Laundry is really easy to do. There's usually machines outside on the street that you can just use for 20 baht, which is like 75 cents US or whatever.
I'm lazy. I get it washed and folded for 30 baht a kilogram,
so conveniences
which ends
like
up
that
being
are
$2-3 every time I want to do my laundry.
Conveniences like that, and it's just basically this is a plug-and-play destination. The home internet that you'll have is really good usually here. And the 4G that you can get from a SIM card at 7-Eleven or one of the providers like AIS or DTAC, really easy to get good internet, good backup internet that you can tether from your phone and all that stuff. So I'd say that this is our favorite city in Asia for Support Adventure.
When it comes to the costs, I would say the only things that are a bit pricier are the alcohol and Western food. Like the pizza, the cheeses, all that stuff.
Yeah, so if you like that stuff, this might not be the best. If you want to live like a Western-style lifestyle, it'll cost a little more. But, alcohol is expensive. We're talking about $2 for a beer in the store sort of thing. And then up to $3 or $4. In a bar.
Yeah.
For a beer.
It adds
cocktails or more. Yeah, it adds up quite quickly. But then you're saving so much money on other stuff and hopefully living a calmer lifestyle that maybe you don't want to get drunk every night to relieve yourself from your job.
There's not as much reasons to drink here, I'd say, and also there's not as much parties like you'd find in Europe where drinking is a big part of the culture. Here, the part of the culture sometimes is, going to a yoga, going to a conscious nightly event, going to a night market, which isn't, sitting at a bar and just drinking a bunch of beers. It's different.
Yeah, and the overall atmosphere here is very calm, but you're in a city that has stuff happening. And
Yeah.
there's something about the Thai culture, having never been colonized by Europeans or otherwise. It's just like they're doing their own thing, but they want to share it with you also. There's a very open sort of vibe here with the culture. I mean, you'll never be a local here, that's for sure. But you'll feel welcome by the locals as a foreigner who's here. They don't put up walls in the same way that some countries would towards foreigners. I think it's not an issue for them, for us being here. But one thing that's a disadvantage. Let's talk about the disadvantages really quickly. Like, okay, so one disadvantage is the visa regime. You can get 1 or 2 months here on initially, and then you have to apply for extensions, do visa runs, and all that
That's
stuff.
expensive too. It's around 1,900 baht, which is
Yeah.
what, like $80, $70.
Kind of bad for people trying to set up a long-term stable life here to go through that. And yeah, what else?
Yeah, when it comes to the negatives, I find also, we touched upon it a bit earlier, but the inability to fully integrate into the local culture. I find Thai people are very hospitable at a distance, but it's very hard to actually
Get to know them.
Feel like you're in
Bond
a
with them.
circle.
Yeah. What else? It's really hard to cross the streets sometimes because of the way the traffic is. Traffic is very dangerous. Lots of people have accidents here. Locals, one of the highest rates of road deaths in the world. So you got to watch it when you rent a motor scooter because that's how most of the deaths happen.
Yeah.
And
also, the weather is good. For some people, it's too hot and too humid.
Oh, and
but
also smoky season.
Smoky season, I was going to say.
Smoky burning season.
Which starts around end of February,
Don't
beginning
come
of
here
March,
in
last
March.
2 months.
February, March, or April.
Yeah, forget about it.
No, just
Chiang Mai is among one of the most polluted cities in the world in that time. It's because a lot of the farmers in Thailand and Myanmar are burning their crops at this time. There's not a lot of rain, there's not a lot of wind, and all the pollution tends to kind of stay here in the valley of Chiang Mai, and it's disgusting, unfortunately.
Yeah, but overall, it's a great place to get started with your expat lifestyle. If you're working a European shift, it's possible to come over here and hold that down. And, guys, just Chiang Mai. Give it a try.
Check it out, yeah.
Thanks a lot.